I'm Sean Paul. I'm in Beverly Hills Garden Park on November 7th after the media has falsely claimed that Joe Biden has won the presidential election. Sir, what is your name and your Instagram?
Kick Cunningham on Instagram, kick, K-I-C-K, like you kick something, Cunningham on Instagram. A black conservative researcher, obviously a free thinker, obviously because I'm here right now.
How long have you been a conservative? Your whole life?
No, since 2010 after I voted for Obama, and obviously because he's the first black president, and then once I started getting into politics at a young age, 18 years old, started seeing things in a different light, found out that I was actually conservative. And actually black people are conservatives, but that's neither here nor there.
What is your feeling on what is going on right now? Do you think this is a full-on steal, or do you think it's coordinated between both the media and the Democrats, or do you think it's just like a bum rush calling it too quickly?
It's choreographed between media and the Democratic Party and also Hollywood. You know, there's a lot of entertainment. So basically, this has been a war on for the President of the United States. Why? Because there's a two-party system that has control, and an outsider that comes in is a threat. He came in as an outsider, and he said himself that I'm here to drain the swamp. If you come in to a corrupt precinct and you're a cop that says I'm going to get rid of all the bad cops, what do you think the bad cops are going to do? Hence, the Russia investigation, impeachment, the witch hunt, the taxes, return to raise taxes so he can damage his business, his billion-dollar business. He raised his own money like no other politician. Politicians get money from other people for lobbyists so that they can control them. And he himself said that, you know what, I'm putting up my own money so that no one can control me. He's the only person that went into government and lost money while the rest of them go into government and make millions. So now, fast forward to today, we see this election, and it's just another stepping stone in the ladder in which they're trying to remove him, the duly elected president of the United States, away from office because he's a threat, because he's a threat to the status quo. And that's why we're out here showing our support. And yes, it is a moment where, you know, the Hollywood and Democrats do have an agenda, because we all know Hollywood celebrities all been anti-Trump, and this is just another attack. But this attack will not work. It will not work because we know, the people know, they're awake, and it doesn't matter if Fox News, CNN, MSNBC, they all say that they're the president of the United States, president-elect, because we know the numbers, we know the fake fraudulent votes, and you're not going to get away with this. You're not going to steal it. It's not going to happen.
So what do you think is going to happen now, even though they've called it prematurely? How do you think it's actually going to play out, and then how do you think Biden's base is going to react to that?
We're going to see some fight. We're going to see legal action. We're going to see Trump's administration coming out with the facts. We're going to see that Trump did win. I mean, I've seen the numbers, but let's not talk about numbers because numbers is boring to the viewers. Am I right? Yep. Look at the crowd. We got 20,000 last week, and there's no Biden supporters whatsoever. You can't find one. Go on social media. You can find caravans of 4 cars voting Biden, but you see video after video of tens of thousands, 100,000, 50,000 rallies, cars that are literally around the block, 100 cars. We don't need to talk about the numbers. You can just see it. And when he comes out, when the votes that were false get removed and he actually announces this, this is what the Democrats want. That's why they're pushing the envelope. They wanted for Trump to look like a dictator. They wanted Trump to look like he didn't accept the results. They're going to paint him as a dictator, a traitor to America, like they've been doing. And at that point, Biden supporters are going to be furious. And again, like I told a lot of people before, 2020 is not over yet. And I truly think that this election is something that's going to be bigger than COVID and the BLM riots and everything else we've seen this year.
So we got a huge battle in front of us.
Yes, we do have a huge battle in front of us, but unfortunately, the other side doesn't realize this. They're actually supporting the side that is actually harmful for America. They're cheating. They go around the actual vote, and they're overall just bad for the country when it talks about higher taxes, gun legislation. The list can go on and on. But I really want people that are watching this video to understand that it doesn't matter if it's Trump, it doesn't matter if it's Biden. We are at a critical point in our history. We've never seen a year like this in 2020. And you see the election that's going on right now. If you don't have chills going down your spine, I don't know what planet you live on. We're at a critical moment. let's take Trump aside. Do you love America? Do you love freedom? Do you love the freedoms that this country holds? Because you can go anywhere else. You can go wherever you want. It's not going to be like this. You really need to support the President of the United States during this time, whether you like him or not, because we're at a critical moment. And God help us all if if Biden gets in, unfortunately, you're going to see likes that you've never seen.
Yeah, sorry, that was going to be the last question, but that makes me think of this. Like, if liberals that totally buy the whole party line got their way and it was Democrat across the ticket and Biden was the president, what do you think? Like, do you think that the Democrats would be shocked at what happens? I mean, what kind of world would develop out of that?
You're talking about if the Democrats take the House and Senate and the president. There's going to be radical legislation, far left, radical socialist legislation when it comes from Bernie Sanders. It comes from AOC. It comes from Lamar Omar, whatever. I get her name ever wrong. She said it herself. She's actually anti-American herself. A lot of people like to say that Trump was racist because he told her to go back to her country, but yet she badmouths America, and she's the one that got here on a visa to come to America and went to Congress. So America's so bad when an immigrant can come to the United States and run for Congress and make it to Congress, but she talks bad about America. So yeah, you can go back to whatever country hellhole you came from. But if they got in, there's going to be radical policies. Bernie Sanders, Green New Deal, and people say that that's so progressive. But no. Carbon taxes, new taxes, taxing on what you breathe. Really? And who's it going to go to? How are they going to save the planet? How are they going to save the ozone layer? You're going to give them all these billions of dollars in taxes, and what are they going to do for the ozone layer? Nothing. You're going to give all the taxes to Obama, Hillary Clinton, Al Gore. Wow, great, wonderful. And then also your guns. They're going to go for your AR-15. They're going to go for a buyback program, and that itself is going to cause a civil war. If this election doesn't cause riots, and they get in, and they have a Democrat House and Senate, taking AR-15s from law-abiding citizens will not fly. Me personally, I have an AR-15 myself. Okay, you will not take my AR-15. It will not happen. That's the person that you're voting for. That's the future that you want. So at the end of the day, the choice is up to all of us, and it is a democracy, right?
Yeah. And hopefully, it's what the founding fathers say: if you can keep it.
If you can keep it, and this is the fight to keep it right now. It's the fight to keep it.
Thanks for being on. I really appreciate it.
Yep.